so hopefully you're able to see the game and all that good stuff. Alright, so in green, well, actually, we have two teams. This is Masters of Arabia 2v2 edition, so there's two people per team. In Team 1, for Team Nomistakes, we have RVK Basher, aka Hassan. We've seen quite a lot of these guys, Hassan and Slam, playing against Jordan and the Viper in recent weeks, especially because I've been cooping a lot of their games. They've been extremely good fun to watch. But either way, we have in green RVK Basher, aka Hassan, playing as Spanish up to the north of the map in green. His teammate RVK Slam, just known as Slam, playing as Persians in red over to the right. That forms Team Nomistakes. And their opponents in blue, we have Sneaky playing as Vikings down to the very bottom. And these guys are representing the dark side of the Force, which I've abbreviated to TDOTF. OTF, something like that. So that's blue guy, and over to the left of the map in yellow we have Furio Gayunta as Mongols, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how these games go. I think there is a slight score difference, rating difference between Team Nomistakes, and they're communicating what they're going to do right now. I'm pretty sure these guys use a lot of voice communication, but at the same time as well, they might not always want to do that, as I don't know how confident they're going to be feeling going into this. I'm pretty sure they will be, as their ratings are a little higher. So favourites to win going to have to be RVK Slam and Basher, but we'll see how it goes. And Slam just said he has got a good map, and indeed he has. Look at that gold position there. That is a great gold position, if there ever was one. It's completely safe from anything that might attempt to go around the back, and it's, you know, if he walls there and maybe a little bit along here, he can very easily create a very good wall off for this map. He's also got stone at the back as well as gold as well, and he's got wood very close to his town centre as well, which is great. He's playing as Persians, so he says that he's going to go for archers, I think. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look at Basher's map. I wish a green would stand out a little bit more on the map. It's an absolute nightmare to see, but he's already taking some deer, luring them in with his scout there. His map does look considerably more open on the front, but again, his gold's not in such a bad position, and he's put his lumber camp right on this corner here, which does mean his lumber and his gold are very close together, which does mean that protecting them is only a one sort of wall job, rather than having them in separate places and having to split them up. Yellow, let's have a look at his map. Wow, again, very nice gold. He's got gold in the back, no way of going around the back, and very easy wall off there, it seems. He'd be able to protect that gold very nicely. So, I mean, these guys all have pretty good maps actually, and that's usually well, it's a good thing. It's unusual, that's for sure, but it's not a bad thing. Blue has gold on. Oh wow, where's his gold? He's got a gold on the back and a gold on the front right here. So if Slam plays this very aggressively, he could potentially deny blue gold here, as Blue's gold on the front is, I think he's the only guy who's got gold on the front really. Everyone else kind of has it in the back, and it's a lot easier to protect. So we'll see if he decides to play extra aggressively because of that. Bear in mind he's playing as Vikings, so he's going to have a reasonable economy once he gets up to the castle age. With wheelbarrow and handcart for free, their economies are usually pretty good. Of course, Vikings likely to go for archers as well. If Slam's thinking of doing the same, then we could see archers from both. Though Slam actually sending a villager forwards right here. I'm not sure. Oh, he's going to go lure that boar. Right, I didn't realise the boar was so far away. That is a huge lure, having to go all the way around the outside of that forest. As I say, he definitely wouldn't have been going forwarding with one villager, but he is going to drush here with a barracks going down already, and see any barracks going down for any of the other guys. It looks like there isn't, unless Sneaky down here decides to throw up a barracks with this villager once it's completed building that house. I think Slam might be the only guy to rush right here, so we'll see. Managed to lure that boar okay. Lost a little bit of health on that villager, but it shouldn't be, yeah, it's not too bad actually. This one on 9, but other than that they're all fairly vitalic. And no, it doesn't look like Blue is going to drush at all. If he was planning on drushing, he would have most likely lured his second boar by now, and got a barracks down. Same for yellow and Hassan as well. So it looks like it's going to be pretty standard Dark Age build up, apart from Slam, who is going to drush and fast castle. He's starting to take a little bit of gold by looks of things. Oh no, never mind, that's a lumberjack. But he will want to take a little bit of gold, depending on how many he's actually going for. Or is he drushing? He's not made any militia just yet, so perhaps. I mean, he did the early barracks, but maybe, no, he's just going to go feudal. Fair enough. I thought he was actually going to drush then, because that was pretty early to get his barracks. He must have decided against it for some reason. As you can see, Sneaky just building his barracks now. And again, that's quite early if you're not going to be drushing. Usually you build your barracks halfway up to the feudal age. Basha or Hassan, he hasn't got his barracks up yet, and he probably won't start building it until a second or two. Same for yellow as well. So it's kind of curious why they decided to put that barracks up so early. Maybe he just wanted to make blue think he was drushing. I'm not sure. We'll check if blue actually saw the barracks there. He did see the barracks, so maybe he just wanted to make blue think he was drushing, but really he wasn't, because blue now is making a few militia. So Slam actually has actually tricked blue into making militia right now. I think he's actually done a good job there. I think blue might have overreacted a little bit, expecting Slam to do a drush, but Slam isn't drushing at all. He's just put the barracks down, and he's going to put, well, yeah, he's starting to take a little bit of gold. We'll see what he's actually going to do very shortly, I'm sure. A little harassment coming in with that scout, nothing too much. And yellow first go up and putting his barracks down right now, and that's a little late. Now, ideally, you want your barracks to be just completing as you hit the feudal age, so that way you can add your archery range or your stable straight on afterwards. Looks like yellow's going to go. Well, he could go scouts. He's playing as Mongols, which lends itself quite well to a scout rush, and he has got a little bit of food in the bank, but he could also go archers. There's nothing stopping him from that. Let's see what he goes for right here, and yeah, he's going to go for archers, which is, it's alright, I suppose. If you're not going to take deer, I don't know if he took deer or not. He's deer on the front look, so he probably wouldn't have taken deer, in which case it makes a little more sense to go with archers straight away, as you don't have that extra food. Blue making his drush right here, and it's not really a drush because it's very defensive, using it for defense, which has definitely slowed him down a little. He's still going up to the feudal age, but Slam adding into archery ranges right now, going to be feudal. Well, he's already feudal first, and he's going to have his buildings up and pumping out archers pretty shortly, adding more villagers over to gold right now so he can do a archer flush. And blue is only just sending villagers over to gold right now. And as Vikings, archers are really the best thing to go for once you reach the feudal age. But because he's actually made this barracks and actually made militia, he's slowed himself down a little bit. Considering he did make these militia, actually, he's not too far behind to going feudal, and he has got quite a little bit of food as well. It's kind of surprising. So he's going to take these deer also. But no extra military buildings from blue just yet. He's starting to wall up a little bit and get a little defensive, but this is the problem now. He's quite slow to get up to the feudal age. He's not got his second military production building down. His gold is on the front, so Slam is going to be heading over with archers pretty soon. The first ones are already out, and he could pretty quickly and pretty easily shut this gold production down, and blue is going to be in a real tough spot because of that, because, I mean, without gold you can't make the units that really matter, and you can't get up to the castle age either. So if Slam just heads straight over there now and starts to pressure that, he's going to be in a really good position, and blue is going to be in a much worse position. Yellow going for 2 archery ranges as well, perhaps going to add a blacksmith there. It looks like Hassan even, is just going for scouts, and what civ is he again? It's Spanish. That's a reasonable choice. He could go scouts or archers, but one thing I love to see Spanish players do is try and go for like a fast castle with a castle drop and conquistadors. I think that's brilliant, but it's not very often you get to see that. Hassan just going with a few scouts now, who might transition into archers depending on the pressure that comes in from yellow, but if yellow doesn't really give him too much pressure, he might go up to the castle age a little sooner and go with knights or something like that. Slam just going to push out now, and Hassan's doing a very early wheelbarrow at only 14 minutes. That's a pretty early time to get wheelbarrow. Usually it's 15 minutes or later, but he's doing it a little earlier this time, and I'm not really sure if there's a particular reason for that, but why not? He's gonna do it anyway. In comes Hassan on this side. Yellow has a couple of spearmen to defend. Probably going to be enough to send him away, but he could just have sneaked by there. Yellow actually starting to stone wall up right now, so he's going to be playing it very defensively. 2 archery rangers on the front for Sneaky, but he's certainly very slow with them. And by the time he's even got his skirmisher out, looks like Slam is going to be inside of his base, or attacking this gold on the front. He definitely does want to go for archers though, and a skirmisher is on the way first. Not sure where Slam is actually going here. Looks like he might even be going to yellow, and they're going to 2v1 him, as yellow certainly does have the score lead in this situation, and he's got quite a few archers as well. We see men at arms coming in to Hassan here. But I don't think they're going to be able to do too much damage. Hassan could quite easily defend with a couple of archers and scout. Yellow did a pretty good job over this side, actually cleaning things up. I'm not really sure where Slam is going. You could pressure this gold on the front for maximum effect, but blue is actually putting a watchtower up on there to keep it extra safe. And if that watchtower goes up, Slam is going to lose a little bit of his opportunity to take that gold out. So Sneaky doing the right thing, actually putting that watchtower up right there, and it looks like they're going to try and bust this wall down with archers. No +1 for Slam just yet, and I wonder if he's getting that. Yeah, he is just now. That +1 is really important, especially at taking out villagers. He's going to focus down this wall, it seems, and he's on a hill, so it actually won't take him too long. And when +1 completes, that palisade wall will go down pretty quickly, and people get very comfortable behind their walls, and they do forget sometimes how quickly just a few archers can take a wall piece out. It's on half HP right now, and blue isn't reacting just yet, so there we go, he's sending some villagers over. If Slam pays attention here, he could pick a couple of villagers, as he is on the hill, and the villagers are going to walk over to try and build a house behind it. And usually you can defend fairly well. There we go, a house and a blacksmith going down, and now they're going to try and attack the villagers, which makes a lot of sense, of course. And blue is just going to try and wall up behind it as best he can, losing 1 villager there, but I suppose losing 1 villager and actually creating a second wall off is a little better than not walling off and letting a load of army get into your base. It's usually a better idea to actually wall off and defend, but Slam could potentially, if he takes this wall piece out, get this house, but no chance now. Sneaky's going to have enough HP on these buildings to keep Slam out for quite some time. Man at Arms being a nuisance around here, and Sneaky could have got that villager if he was paying a little more attention. That villager, like on half HP, those Man at Arms, 1 hit each, probably could have killed him. But no, they didn't do that at all. And it looks like the game has just dropped. Because I have control of these units right now. So I'm guessing game 1's dropped for some reason. Let me check AOC zone. I can only assume it has, because if I go to Basher, for instance, Hassan, I can control his things. I can basically control everything that's going on. So I'm assuming game 1 has dropped. Yeah, it definitely has, because I can't speed time up or anything. So, right, game 1 has dropped, so we're just going to have to find out who the winner